हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम बैक टू अ यूट्यूब चैनल। और आज जो हम टॉपिक डिस्कस करें वो है पॉलिटिकल साइंस ऑप्शनल के पेपर में हम कौन से टॉपिक्स कवर करेंगे और कौन सी बुक से पढ़ेंगे। तो बेसिकली इंट्रोडक्शन है इस नए कोर्स के लिए। बिफोर दैट हमें पता है कि जो अनअकैडमी का यूपीएससी सीएससी का सब्सक्रिप्शन है वो बहुत ही लिमिटेड पीरियड ऑफ टाइम के लिए है। तो अगर इसका प्राइस बहुत बढ़ गया तो उसके बढ़ने से पहले आपको ये डिस्काउंट अपने उसमें यूज करना है, जो है 10% डिस्काउंट जो आपको इस कोड से सिंपली मिलेगा। वो है SIMPLEYT से। तो आप अभी सब्सक्राइब करते हो, अगर आप अभी सब्सक्राइब करते हो आपको 10% ऑफ मिलेगा, वरना बाद में ये जो प्राइस है वो बहुत ज्यादा बढ़ जाएगा। And as we all know that the Unacademy Aspire is basically providing all India free mock test series for civil servants under UPSC CSC Prelims 2020 under paper 1 JS, and it will be conducted on 10th and 25th of every month. So you can mark these dates on your calendar, and we will provide you with exciting prizes and scholarship for all the top 50 rank holders, and it will conducted on 10th October on 10 a.m. sharp. So you can enroll now for this. As we all know that we have three batch courses for that are actually starting from 5th October 2020. We have the first batch, which is actually known as Mission UPSC CAC, which is completely in bilingual, which means the medium of instruction would be in Hindi, English both, and the material will be also be provided, and all these areas will be covered by the students itself. And then we have the second batch that is in complete Hindi, so the PDF material will also be in Hindi, or also be in Hindi, that would be provided to all the students. And the third batch is for complete English student who will actually prefer medium of instruction in English. So in whichever language you are comfortable, you can enroll for that course. And as we know, this one subscription has like unlimited benefits. First, that you can actually learn from your home. You don't need to go anywhere. You have unlimited access to all the courses. We have top educators of India on one platform, full syllabus coverage, double doubt clearing session, live test series, study material will be provided in form of PDF format, answer writing session, and this will be all done under a mentor and guidance. So this is also a one-stop solution, as we all know, for a complete UPSC CSC preparation. And we have structured batches with top educators, batches in Hindi, English bilingual, late night, as well as 2 year batches, full 100% syllabus coverage, vast range of optional, prelims, main test series, double doubt clearing session, daily current affair practice, answer and essay writing. Performance analysis will also be provided to every student. Along with that, we'll also prepare for your interview. So this is basically a one-stop solution for every UPSC aspirant. So if you subscribe now, as we were talking about, then you will get a 10% extra off. So you just need to apply this code and you will get 10% off. So we have Unacademy Champions Conclave, that we, as we all know, with the power packed sessions with all the top with all the toppers of UPSC CSC 2019. This conclave was a must attend for like every UPSC aspirant, and it succeed in the country's most coveted exam with its free to attend conclave that has been like dedicated to all the students, a day to basically they can learn about the journey of 2019 toppers, and they can get like some of the tips and tricks from the ones who actually cracked it. So it was very beneficial for a lot of students who really want to crack UPSC. So this was conducted on September 30th, and you can watch now, and from 10 to 12 a.m. And over here we had like 14 toppers, 10 educators, and there were like 14 talks and discussions. So we'll also like provide you with daily current affair test series, as we all said in our the package, which is like completely free for every student, and it will be given daily on 7:30, 20 question, 20 minutes, and it will be for 40 marks along with your test analysis. So if you really like our channel, then you can join on YouTube, Telegram, and Facebook. So let's start. As we all know, we have like two. Our paper is divided into two parts. The first part basically consists of political theory, nationalism, comparative politics, and um, we have um, we have Indian government and politics, and we have WPT, and IPT. So WPT and IPT are like Indian and Western thinkers in the part 1. And part 2, as we all know, consists of comparative and foreign policy of India. So and that includes the IR also. So there are like all the political science topics are divided into part A and part B. So we are starting with the political theory. So basically there are a lot of topics that we need to cover in political theory, and there are a lot of books for political theory. We have Rajiv Bhargava, we have Andrew Hayward, we have OP Gawa, and there are many other books that are available in market. So the best book like which every student like prefers is basically OP Gawa along with Andrew Hayward, but your reading list can also like change according to your needs and whichever in whichever language you are much more comfortable, and it will also help you to grasp better. So basically, I will like try to cover OP Gawa and along with Andrew Hayward. So basically, we are trying to focus on the various approaches of political science. What are the various theories of state like pluralism, Marxism, liberal state? So we'll post-colonial state. So what are the basic opinions of all the various states? And they'll talk about justice. Under that, we'll talk about Rawls' theory of justice and the communitarian critique of Rawls' theory. Then we come on to equality and rights. So in equality and rights, as we all know that we try to cover basically equality of equal opportunity, we have affirmative actions, and in rights we try to cover human rights also. So these are like some of the small topics in the book itself. Now if you talk about democracy, democracy is a basically very huge topic, but we'll try to finish this big chapter into like 25 or 30 minutes, so that it's like a short summary for every student, and it will just contain all the important points that is there in democracy. Then there are a lot of chapters which are also important in political theory, along with the basic chapters like justice, equality, rights, democracy. We have power, sovereignty, citizenship, multiculturalism. So in that we'll also talk about the various state and how liberal Marxist basically views power, sovereignty, citizenship, and multiculturalism also. In multiculturalism we will also talk about Will Kimlicka, and that will actually cover like most of the topics in OP Gawa itself. And if you want to read additional books, then we have Katrina McKinnon, as I suggested in one of my video. You can take an in-depth analysis of that book also. And then we come on, let's come on to the ideologies. So basically in ideologies we will try to focus on socialism, Marxism, liberal, post-colonial, and feminism. And we'll also continue with fascism also, that are all available in Andrew Hayward. And there's a book called Political Ideologies. So in that we'll talk about the various ideologies and how it actually emerged, and what are the basic consequences of all these ideologies, and how this was like adopted in a lot of countries. So this is there in short. As we all know that an introduction to political theory is not just a newly written, but it also contains a lot of material and topics that are being shortened like without diluting in substance, in order to basically accommodate all the new material that is dealing with the all the recent developments in political theory. So there was a time when we considered in 90s, 60s, and 70s that the political theory has declined and the relevance is declining day by day. But with all the new concepts and all with the new emergence in the international scenario, a lot of political theory topics and ideologies are still prevalent in 2020 also. So basically, as we know that OP Gawa consists of all the like major topics which have been like newly accommodated or elaborative. That includes basically nature and significance of political theory, the end of ideology debate I was talking about, then the neoliberalism, neo-Marxism, anarchism, Gandhism, communitarian perspective are there. Then the use of philosophy in the political science. Then we have state and civil society, nationalism, and internationalism. Then we have all the current crises of the nation state that is there. The contemporary trends of the various of the various sovereignty that includes the legacy of imperialism, and all these like topics will be covered in this book itself. Let's move on to the next. Now I have basically suggested the some of the books for like Western political thought and IPT. So like let's move on to first Western political thought. There are a lot of books for Western political thought along with Brian R. Nelson. Like we have Subrata Mukherjee book, we have Shefali Jha, and they will also like give you a very in-depth analysis about all the various scholars. And what's really important is that along with the various thinkers that we actually read in a Western political thought, we also read about the concepts they gave, and we also like try to focus on the various backgrounds so that we can actually understand the concept really well in the present scenario also. So we'll talk about Hobbes, Locke, Aristotle, Plato, Machiavelli, and all these scholars. And the modern scholars we'll talk about like Mill, Gramsci, Marx, Hannah Arendt, and these are like all the thinkers that we'll cover it from the Western political thought. That I will cover. That will cover from Brian R. Nelson. Then, if we talk about like IPT, that is Indian political thought, we will also talk about the ancient and modern. So basically, in ancient, we need to cover Arthashastra that was written by Kautilya. We have Dharmashastra and the Buddhist text. And in the modern, we'll cover about Ambedkar, Gandhi, M.N. Roy, and all these thinkers that are there for modern political thought from Indian political thought by M.P. Singh and Himanshu Roy. We have another book also that I have shown in this picture, that is by Thomas Pantham and Kenneth. So you can also like you refer to this book also. And then we have another topic that we need to cover, that is Indian national movement, what are various perspective of Indian national movement and the various strategy that was used in international, like non-cooperation, quit India movement, civil disobedience movement. So we will focus on all these movements in depth, and the various contribution of different leaders in giving fuel to these great movement, to great strategies of our Indian national movement. Now let's move on to the Indian government and politics. So as we know that Lakshmikant covers like a lot of things that is required for your prelims, and that same many of topics are overlapped also. But if you want to actually if you want to understand like in-depth analysis of certain topics like the planning and economic development, the grassroots democracy that actually talks about Panchayati Raj and municipalities, what are the various features of our Indian constitution, then religion, caste, ethnicity, that plays very important role in understanding the voters, in understanding the voters basically, understanding the voters background. Then we have like party system that we will do from Oxford Companion Politics in India, and the social movement that was there, that environment, women's movement, and various other social movements that was taken place in our country. So we will cover by and large everything from these books, Lakshmikant, Oxford to Companion, and the makers of modern India. Now let's moving on to the part 2, that is like comparative politics. So over here like we have very few books in comparative politics, but we can also like refer to the IGNOU notes that are there on comparative politics, and we have like GC Johari also. So in the first topic, we'll try to figure out that what is basically comparative politics. As we all know that this is a very new subject in political science field, and there's a very less written content on comparative politics. And basically, it talks about the various institutions and how people's values basically interact with the institution, and we will try to understand the basic reaction of the people in the institutions, that is basically through representation, participation. Then we have party system, we have globalization. So how the institutions are basically impacted by the various development that are taking place across the globe. Then we have like a very major part that is there, like international relations, We have a lot of good books on IR, and some of the good books are like the Globalization of the World Politics, and the picture is over here, that is like written by John Ballas and Smith. And then we have like another book that is written by Andrew Hewitt. This book name is basically the Global Politics. So if we cover these two books, will cover by and large everything, and you don't need to go anywhere to study the various topics. So in the first topic, we will like discuss about the various key concepts that are there in IR, like balance of power, liberalism, what is the liberal state, and we have the various topics that are there, the key concept and the terms that are used by various states. And then we will talk about the various events that led to the changing of the world order from bipolar to unipolar to multipolar, and what are the various events that led to the change in the world order, and who has the more power in the current world scenario. Then we'll also talk about the UN and basic regionalization under the Indian foreign policy. Now in the UN, we'll basically try to focus about the India stand in the UN and how it contributed in the United Nations. And the regionalization is basically, we'll talk about the neighbor countries and India's equation with its neighbor countries like Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Nepal, Myanmar. So we'll consider all the neighboring states over here. Then we'll talk about the contemporary human concern, that is like very important, because we'll discuss about the impact, the environment, that is actually a global concern for everyone across the globe. We'll talk about environment, nuclear, trade, which actually influence from one part of a country to the another part, that is across the globe. And then we'll talk about the Indian foreign policy, that is the India stands on NAM, and how this is a unique feature, and what are the contributions of India in this non-alignment movement. And we'll focus on the South Asian also, the influence of India in South Asia, the global South. And it also like tries to question the nuclear deal also that is there. So basically this is like by and large we'll cover all these topics. So if you really like my video, then you can wait for all the videos in which I will cover each and every topic. So this will be very helpful for every student, and I will take a material from the concerned book only. So if you really like my video, you can like, subscribe and share. And thank you so much for watching my video.